is up, gamers? It is BAZ here from Extreme Gamer. Sorry I haven't been making a video in a very long time. I try to make videos pretty much every weekend, so bear with me, guys. I'm trying. Anyways, Dragon Surge in front of you guys. Alright, let's start with the show. So anyways, today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit more about PlayStation 4 and the new upcoming PlayStation VR. So for a while now, I have been following on Project Morpheus, aka PlayStation VR, for quite some time now, and finally we are getting PlayStation VR on October of this year. It was announced at the GDC, pretty much Game Development Center. Pretty much they were explaining to us about PlayStation VR. They told us the price, the release, all that. They're selling the PlayStation VR for $399. That's only for the headset and all the stuff that comes with it. They even mentioned that PlayStation VR, you're going to need a PlayStation camera, which a lot of PlayStation owners have a PlayStation camera, which I do. I have a PlayStation camera because I do some live streams on my PlayStation 4, which I haven't done in a while because I've been kind of taking a break on the PlayStation 4. But I got some new games and I'm gonna have to get back on that. But anyways, back to PlayStation VR. It was funny because right after it was announced, I went to GameStop to get Roy, when it was pretty much Roy and Ryu and the Famicom Rob amiibos came out. And I even asked the guy, I just mentioned to the guy, I was, say what do you feel about PlayStation VR? And he said, well, to tell you the truth, we have a pre-order going on, I forgot what date it was, so anyways, it's like March 30th right now. But anyways, they said they got a pre-order going on, and he pretty much explained to me, put $100 down, and you pretty much get the PlayStation VR headset with all the stuff, PlayStation camera, which I already have, a pair of headphones, and a copy of PlayStation VR Worlds, which has different PlayStation VR experiences, like different worlds, like different mini games. Like, it's kind of like showing us what VR is going to be about and all that kind of stuff. So that's coming with that. And what else is it coming with? I think that's about that. The headset, camera, game. Oh yeah, and 2 PlayStation Move controllers. You gotta definitely have those. If you do not have those, they might be a little expensive now because the PlayStation VR is coming out and all that. But anyways, to show you guys, I ended up getting my pre-order already on PlayStation VR. And it was really cool because I went to GameStop and the pre-order started at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was at work. I was at work the whole night and did not get out of work until like 9 something in the morning. I got home and knew the pre-order was going to happen, so I ran around and took my card up there and ended up being the first person to get a pre-order of PlayStation VR. So I'm pretty much my GameStop #1 PlayStation VR, pre-order owner. It was cool because I went in there and the girl that was working there, she flat out said that I was making the best move ever, that I was definitely going to be satisfied with my deal and all that. So I'm really hoping that October is going to be it, but we don't know an actual date, but it said on GameStop that the pre-orders, we will be getting PlayStation VR on October 31st, but it might end up being maybe different later on. They might end up deciding that it's going to come out earlier than October 31st, who knows. And people that pre-ordered, they might get something special, we might get it early, and the people that didn't pre-order, they might have to wait for an actual launch for the PlayStation VR. Which I'm fine with that. I got my pre-order, so I'm happy. I'm set. I'm ready for this. I've been wanting to play PlayStation VR for a very long time. I've been wanting to play VR games for ever since I first heard about the Oculus Rift. I just was like, I gotta have it. And at first I really thought I was gonna get an Oculus Rift, and I just decided, no, that's not gonna be the case at all. So, anyways, with PlayStation VR, let's talk about pretty much what is gonna be featured on the PlayStation VR. What's going to be like in the PlayStation VR and what we are going to be expecting with PlayStation VR. So this is what pretty much Sony has pretty much told us, that PlayStation VR is of course going to be coming out in October. We all know that. I can't really tell you how many frame rates or whatever gigahertz or whatever they're doing. You're gonna have to look at the video on that, but pretty much what they did was they pretty much made it to where PlayStation VR will make you have motion sickness. That depends on the person. For me, I don't think motion sickness is gonna be a problem with me at all. I'm used to it. I actually tried out a Samsung Gear VR, tried that out, and it felt really comfortable. So I'm just imagining what PlayStation VR is going to be doing. Now, another great feature that's on the PlayStation VR that I'm really cannot wait for is you're able to play mostly all your PlayStation 4 games on PlayStation VR in cinematic mode. Pretty much what that means is you're pretty much going to be in a virtual reality like room. I bet you any money they're going to have like a movie theater theme or a void theme, or just different themes, like different virtual reality rooms that make the screen just right there. It just pretty much is like playing like you would normally do on the TV, but you're in a virtual reality room. I can imagine they're gonna have a feature where, you know, you can change the screen size and see how you can, like, you know, zoom in and curve it and stuff. There could be a lot of things that would happen with that. Recently I seen something for virtual desktop VR that's coming out for Oculus Rift and the Vive. So I can imagine PlayStation VR is going to do the same thing, and plus playing your movies and stuff like that in a virtual reality like movie theater. I think that would be pretty cool. If you're by yourself, you know, that's good. You know, if you're by yourself and you want to watch a movie by yourself and all that, you can do that in that virtual reality room. So that is good about that. The price range, it's really good. I think it's a lot better than the Oculus Rift. It's under $1. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why some gamers would buy that, because they want to actually feel that really good experience. But if you're not wanting to really buy a really expensive computer and all that stuff, PlayStation VR is the way to go. All you really need is a PlayStation 4, and if you didn't get the bundle pack like I did, I got the bundle pack, but if you didn't get the bundle pack, then you're more likely going to have to buy a PlayStation camera and all that kind of stuff, and PlayStation Move controllers, so keep a good lookout for that. PlayStation VR, I just cannot wait for it. I think it's going to be a big thing. I think it's going to change a lot of things when it comes to gaming. There has been some reports that some of the games that came out for Oculus Rift was not that great. Of course, they're just launch games, so we'll see what happens when it comes to PlayStation VR and what they're going to do with that. Now, the PlayStation VR World, I'm very excited about, because there is a couple of games on there that I'm really excited to play. One of them is London Heights. Me and my cousin Craig, aka Primetime, we've been looking up gameplays for this for a while. Ever since we knew about the Project Morpheus, and then it turned into PlayStation VR. Now, what I didn't know was that it was going to end up being in a game where it was going to have different games in it. I thought it was actually going to be a main game. So, but we'll see what happens when it comes out in PlayStation VR World, and see if it's going to continue on from there, and if they make a new game for it or whatever. Another good game on PlayStation VR Worlds is The Deep. That pretty much, they showed that a lot. when Project Morpheus like first was announced, what they were doing with it and all that. Pretty much an underwater shark, you know, sea diving game, whatever. Just looking around and then a shark attacks you and stuff like that. Now there's some other games on there, like some ball game where, you know, it bounces. It's like pretty much Pong. I don't know what it's called. But there's a couple of games on there. Now the games coming out for PlayStation VR. Okay guys, let's talk a lot about this, okay? Number one game I'm really excited about when it comes to PlayStation VR is Eve Valkyrie. I really want to try that a lot. I've seen a lot of gameplays of that. I cannot wait for that. Another great game for PlayStation VR I really want to get my hands on is Battlezone, because that's a classic arcade game and I can see myself playing that because of course I am an arcade player. I play arcade games a lot. I have a bunch of arcade machines, as you all know from my other previous you know, videos and all that. But yeah guys, I really think PlayStation VR is really gonna hit it off. I think virtual reality is really gonna be kind of big because there is a lot of views on it and it's all over YouTube. I mean, there's people playing gameplays of it. I mean, it's everywhere. So yeah, I cannot wait guys, and when PlayStation VR comes out I will have a special video here for Extreme Game Room. I won't be actually here, but I will be in a new location, and I more likely am gonna have my special guest, which is my cousin Greg, aka Primetime, with me. We're gonna be doing it live stream. We're gonna see how it goes. They also said on PlayStation VR that you're able to live stream and stuff like that still. You're pretty much able to do everything you still want to do on PlayStation 4, but on the PlayStation VR. And that kind of makes me kind of think a little bit what they're going to do with the Hulu app and Netflix app, if they're going to add that cinematic movie theater thing. So we'll see what happens with that. Other than that, different topic, Surge. It's still at Walmart. I've seen a lot of photos on the Surge movement. I'm really hoping Surge movement recognizes my videos. I'm trying really hard to show Surge that I'm willing to show off this special, you know, soda. I love Surge to death. I love it. My cousin loves it. We all love it. Extreme Gamer loves it. Been drinking Surge ever since the 90s. Then they took it away. They banned it. I don't know what they did with it. They just didn't make it anymore. And they brought it back. So definitely get yourself a case of Surge if you have to. It's $1 a can at Walmart. I know there's other store locations like Speedway and all that, so make sure you check that out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Do not forget about that. If you're a new viewer on my videos, do not leave my videos without subscribing. I will have videos, a lot of videos. Try to bring you videos every weekend. I try to do, especially Splatfest and all that. But we will have more PlayStation stuff coming very soon to you guys, so stay tuned for that. But this was BAZ from Extreme Game Room. See you in the next level. Thanks for watching, guys.
Anything you want, you can dream it, believe it, it's yours. So never stop believing in you. We gon' fight like no tomorrow. We gon' fight. Be the best version of you. Oh yeah, you gotta do, always gotta do you.
テンション